There we go. Well, hello, and welcome. We are live. All right, I'm gonna let my dragon flood stage. Go ahead and clear the negative energy, if any. Make sure that we get the right messages for this Trauma Terror Thursday. Welcome. This is a place where I'm not here to divine. I'm just gonna read from the book. Read from the can't see what I'm doing. Dragon flood stage. Lighten the dragon flood. Here we are. Trauma Terror Thursday. If you are interested, this is what I'm doing. Reading straight from the book at the keys of the ORISHA. Straight from the book. And at the bottom of the deck, here we are. The King of Discs. And that's before I clear the deck for the collective. And I thank the ancestors. I thank spirit guides. I thank Most High for this message, for these messages to help us get through our trauma for the rest of the week. Now, this message is from today, January 27th, 2022, until next Thursday. Or until ... Did you know what I'm saying? All right, so we cleared the deck, and if you don't know, here we are. All right. That's what we say, right? For the water, gotta make sure everything is nice and clean. Make sure everything nice and clean. Here we go. Trauma Terror Thursday, ancestors, ORISHA, spirit guides, please tell us the messages that we need to know to make it through the trauma that we're going through, or the trauma that we might need to bypass. Help us to get wisdom that way we are able to pass on to this person. So thank you, ancestors, spirit guides, ancestors, spirit guides, ancestors, spirit guides, Most High. Let me know what messages you got for me. Yeah, that's all what fell. There's 2 cards that fell off top. Oh, 4. 4 that fell off top. So the Ace of Wands. I'm like, oh, no, it was just 2. No, it was 4. It's the Ace of Wands. Ooh, come on now. It's that. If you're going to use it, use it. So the Ace of Wands. And the 9 of Wands. Here we are with the 10 of Swords. Everything just being over and done. Oh boy. And the King of Swords, though. Surviving through it. All right, let's see if there's any more messages. Ancestor, spirit guides. Most High, please let us know if there's any more trauma, terror, messages that we need to get from the ORISHA Tarot. Any further messages, any further stories that we need for the upcoming week to prepare us for the life that's offered on this trauma journey. Now listen, I took all of them before, but we can't have all of this. I'm gonna need y'all. We gonna need them to keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. Please give us one card. Let us know what's up. Is there any final thank you? Here we are. Somebody needs to prepare. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. I'm going to need us to get this together, y'all. We keep going through a lot of the same cycles. A lot of the same cycles. All right, now. Let's get it together. Oh, hey, sis. Hey. Hey, sis. Hey. I'm trying to get our messages. Hey, sis. Hey. I'm sorry. I didn't see your message at first. All right, here we are. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. All right, let's see if we got some overall messages. Because I told y'all, once the paper clip get full, I can just lay them out. But, I prefer to just get the messages, be in and out. I ain't here to divide. But apparently, they got things they need us to say. Queen of Wands. All right, now. The Sun. Y'all see the whole deck slid out. So I'm going to take the ones that slid around. And the Chariot. Okay. Is there an overall final message for all of this that we got going on here? For all of this we got going on here, is there an overall final message for all of this we got going on here? For Trauma Tarot Thursday. For the messages from the ancestors, for the Pataki, for the ORISHA Tarot. I just want to know, is there a final message? Is there one last, hey, I need you to pay attention to the overall, just, you see, I'm trying, I don't know, that, it seemed like that wasn't really it. The overall, our Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. All right, so let's start there. All right, so let's start there. We're going to start there because, it'll mess around and have me pull the whole dang deck. The whole deck, right? And this time, y'all, I brought my glasses. I ain't going to be hurting myself this time. I brought the glasses out. Okay, we got the glasses. All right, so let's go ahead and attempt. I'm going to do these in not so much order, but I'm going to show you the cards as they're done. Okay. So right now we're here. Now I'm working it out. Y'all see me working it out. Here we go. Can y'all see my Knight of Cups? There we go. Hey. Here we go, my Knight of Cups. Here we go. All right, Knight of Cups. Let's see what we got going on with the Knight of Cups, because I'm just saying, I'm minding my business and a little bit of y'all's. A little bit. But let's see what's up with the Knight of Cups. And I keep forgetting the way this book is set up, the hierarchy. I love it. So here we are. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is hardworking, often doing repetitive jobs. At its best, this card represents someone who is generous and tireless in service of their community. At its worst, it can speak of someone who is petty, irritable, and who complains endlessly about the job at hand. The ORISHA's traditions run on food. When I was first initiated, one of my elders explained to me that a priest was obliged to be a good host and feed the people who came to their house. In this card, we meet the head of the kitchen, the person who knows all the traditional foods and how to prepare them. This person also knows how to run a kitchen for large events. Running a kitchen full of volunteers and cooking for lots of people is a taxing thing to do. Each animal that is sacrificed must have its parts prepared for the spirits and the rest cooked for the people present. All must be carefully kept separate to avoid a taboo item ending up on the wrong plate. It is not uncommon for people to cook and clean all day for several days in a row at a priest's initiation. Tempers can run high and emotions can overflow. The head cook's job is to keep everyone working together and on track. So divining. This card shows us how we do under pressure. When the work is tiring and thankless, our flaws and triggers along with our character all show. This person's life is like the kitchen. They work and sweat all the time only to have it happen again the next week. A time of great effort without obvious end. Repetitive, thankless jobs that don't get us anywhere. People who argue when the pressure is on. Solutions. Take a break, hydrate, do not speak in anger, host a dinner that ends with sweet food. I was minding my business, y'all. But hey, if this is your business, you let me know. If this is your business, you let me know. All right, the chariot. The chariot is up, y'all. The chariot. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Is that too high? There we go. Chariot. There we go. Chariot's up. Let's see what Chariot got to say. Wait, what number is he? Because listen, I'm learning my numbers, okay? The Chariot is a card about progress. This might be success or evolution. It might also be conquest. In general, the card emphasizes the need for balance, often shown by the two animals pulling the chariot itself. Many cards include some symbol that highlights the divine as steering or moving the chariot. In this card, we find Aduduwa, the first Uni, king of Ife. He was a human who came and conquered much of the area where the ORISHA traditions come from. It is somewhat complicated to untangle the life of this person and his later existence as an ORISHA after his death. It is said that the Oduduwa unseated Obatala as the ruler of the area. Spiritually, he took over many of the roles Obatala played in the mythology of the Orisha. Originally, Achanla, a female avatar of Obatala, was said to have had created the earth. However, it came to be said that Obatala was sent to make land by the creator. On his way, he stopped to drink and did not complete his task. Aduduwa, I'm hoping I get the name right, y'all, took his opportunity to climb down a chain to the earth and become the one to create the land. Here the story marries a political history. The chariot is a card not just of victory today, but of the future that success can bring as well. Aduduwa's descendants include Anganyuo, Dada, and Shango. To this day, the Uni claims lineage back to the Aduduwa part of their right to rule. Imagine something you set in motion lasting 1,000 years. How would that affect your decisions today? What would you do for that level of complete success? So divining. This person is in a great position to progress in life. They are shrewd and diligent. They are unstoppable. Certainly, they have their ancestors and the will of their spirits with them. For lasting success, they must be mindful to take a balanced approach. If they are too harsh or too soft, things will fall apart. They often associate it with victory and triumph. It is important to consider the question, then what? When you have won the job, settled the argument, or gotten the lover you wanted, what do you do next? How do you handle working and living with whomever you are in conflict with? What might you do to get their support? How do you preserve your gains? Success in foreign lands, known enemies or circling, expanding your territory, a growth in status, overcoming all obstacles. Solutions: pray for wisdom, be cunning, keep your plan secret, and be benevolent. Benevolent, y'all. Be benevolent. There we go. Yeah, these words be getting me. They be getting me. All right, this side. See, I tried to be slick. I tried it. It was like, nope. You ain't going to get a chance. Nope, you're not going to get a chance. All right, here we go. The sun. In the sun card, we find nourishment freely given from the source of life on earth, the sun. This is a card of ease, connection, and innocence. Some versions of this card show children playing and in others, lovers meeting. The sun is a symbol of Orun, heaven, in the Lukumi traditions. It is the home of the creator. In this card, we see people gathered to perform a ceremony called Nangriye. Oh, I guess that's how we say it. Nangaria. This ceremony is one of the few times the creator is ever directly addressed in ritual. Traditionally, it would be performed on the first day of the year and during the initiation of priests. Here we see a priest leading their community in song and prayer. Each person will take a turn saluting Oludumare, the owner of breath, before drinking some of the shared offering. The group also sings together. Yeah, I was reading way too fast. You know how you read so fast? I'm just saying. So divining. This card speaks to our connection to the creator no matter how far we may feel from them. In a positive position, it speaks of celebrations and opening up to new levels of consciousness. In a negative position, it can point to problems only the highest powers can help with. Your conscious, highest perspective, a need for community support and leadership. Solutions, community prayer, prayers to the creator through the morning sun, and listening to your conscience. All right, the Queen of Wands. We got a bunch of royalty going on. But she got a knife, though. She Queen of Wands, but she got here. I bring her down, but she got a knife, though. Y'all. I don't understand. We gotta talk about why she got a knife. If she the Queen of Wands. I said she the Queen of Wands, but why she got a knife, though? What's she doing with that knife? This card is one of power, status, and high energy. Whomever it shows up for is dedicated to their path, and it is in full possession of their power. They are a leader and often a pillar of their community. It is important to understand that the ORISHA traditions are not a linear path of learning and gaining status in the way many Western pagan or initiatory paths are. Initiation is based on need, capacity, and destiny. In general, they do not convey status. One of the few that do is a ceremony known as Pinaldo or knife. This ceremony serves many functions as strengthening of one's initiation, marking the priest as maturing within the religion, and bestowing the right to use a knife in performing sacrifices. Sorry, y'all. The right to use the knife in sacrifice is good symbolism for understand this role. All priests are permitted to sacrifice birds to their ORISHA with their hands. With a knife, one may also perform the sacrifice of four-legged animals like goats. Sacrifices of this nature require much more study and skill to ensure that it is done safely and humanely. It is also something that many people do not have the right temperament for. It requires a balance of compassion and firmness. Divining. This person's status is important to their success. It rests on their conduct, which must be impeccable in order to maintain their success. If they are fearful, greedy, or arrogant, others will turn against them. If they are too compassionate, gentle, and receptive, others will pull them off course. They must walk the balance between being a part of the world and community and also serve their needs and obligations first. A growth in status, new obligations, learning deeper ways of doing things, studying at school, or with a mentor. Solutions: respect everything, listen to yourself first, and do what needs to be done. That's what the Queen of Wands say. So, homegirl's like, you know what? I got this knife because I got shit to do. I'm just saying. So here's the King of Swords. King of Swords. You see, it be playing me. You see how it played me? It's like, yeah, I'm going to slide. Not where you want me to. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't go in here. The level of disrespect. The levels. All right, so let's get to it. The King of Swords. Come on now. I was just there. Don't play at me. Well, don't do that. That's rude. You don't want to do that. That's rude. Don't be rude. The King of Swords is tremendous knowledge at their disposal. The King of Swords has tremendous knowledge at their disposal. They are sharp and focused and able to bring insight to any situation. They are like an arrow that should be shot after patiently taking aim. At times, however, they can be arrogant and rush to take the shot to their own failure. Here we meet a Babalawo priest of Ifa. This male-only priesthood is known for their skill in divination and finding solutions for people's problems. Unlike priests of other Orisha who divine in Elegwa and other Orishas, they divine with Arumula they divine with Arumula. That's it. Arumula, along with Elegwa and Ajala, witness the creation of a person's destiny and can guide a person back to it when they have lost track of it. Historically, Babalawo have worked in an interwoven manner with priests of other Orisha. One group would send a person to the other for whatever expertise they needed. Ifa reads some levels of divination that others priests do not. The Osun, which we saw in the moon card as a defense against problems, was theirs. Certain Orisha are available through both, and some are only, through other priesthoods. At times, girl, if you don't hurry up and quit with this one thing at a time, as time has gone on, more conflict has happened between these groups, with some Ifa priests claiming their systems are only reliable ones. I swear to goodness, little people in the background. Killing me now. So divining. This person is smart and focused. They are able to find the answers that others might miss. Yet for all their wisdom, they may not see the forest for the trees. There we go. With this card, arrogance can be one's downfall. At times we find here those who only think in science, the church, or their guru have the real answer. Deep thinking brings solutions. Important messages from the spirit world. Following tradition is crucial to success. The messages are clear. Why are you not listening? Solutions. Consult with other learned people. Accept your destinies. Make offerings and praise the Creator. I ain't say nothing. I just pulled the cards and mind my business. Okay, a little bit of your business, but mostly my business, okay? Mostly mine. All right, the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Here we go. Like to hear it go. Right here. Nine of Swords. Let's see what we doing. Here we go. This card might be sad to embody fear and anxiety. It is a card where we worry deeply about what is going on and suffer because of it. It is a card that can lead to depression if not handled properly. One day, Olafun, the avatar of the creator that comes to Earth, walked into town and started talking to people who lived there. He warned them the following day that knives, swords, and weapons will fall like rain. Many people became very afraid, so the next day, everyone stayed inside except for a few who went out to gather this strange rain. A few days later, Olafin returned and told people that the rain of gold was coming. This time, people rejoiced, and when gold fell from the sky, the villagers came out to gather it. And the ones who had collected the weapons came armed and took everything. I don't know why I always say that. Often when we receive messages or news, we add interpretations to them that causes us problems. If we can keep our feelings in check, we might find opportunity during times that others find intimidating. Even so, we must proceed with caution. It is better to wait for the words to land. It is better to wait for the swords to land than to try to catch them as they fall. Just saying. Divining. Not everything that looks good is something we can benefit from, and not everything that is threatening is bad so long as we handle it right. When this card shows up, we must exercise caution in our relationships lest they leave us with nothing. News that provokes anxiety and fear, blessings that come from loss, arguments and conflicts with neighbors and co-workers, a big harvest as reward for brave action. Solutions. Listen to good advice. Do not act from a place of fear. Be ready for those who would take by force. Yep. Yeah. 4 wands. 4 wands, y'all. 4 wands. And it is right side up with all of these things. Let's see what it got going on. What the 4 of Wands got going on. Because, yep. The 4 of Wands is a card of something ending and a new order being established. It is the completion of a cycle and provides the opportunity evolution before the next cycle starts again. In the diaspora, the ORISHA traditions adapted to the environment and solutions that slavery enforced on practitioners. In West Africa, it is common for priests to only receive the ORISHA and a few others, while in Cuba, it became a practice to give everyone the 4 pillars, Obatala, Shango, Oshun, and Yamaya. This was done in part out of need to preserve these spirits among more people so that they could be sure to be passed on. So, yeah. Divining. This card brings closure and possibility for new beginnings. Right now is the time for setting up the structures that will support the next era of your life. Yet so often when this card comes up in a reading, the person is only focused on the end and the end at best, dreaming of the future. Something is coming to a conclusion. You are reaching the end of the plan. What's next? How many allies have you got helping support you? Solutions. Ask Obatala for a cool head, Shango for the drive to get things done, Oshun for the charm to win people over, and Yamaya for the inner stability to keep showing up. Make a new plan, take a white bath to refresh yourself, clean your spirits and shrines. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Share. Oh, obviously. So the 10 of Swords, y'all. 10 of Swords. I got my glasses and I'm still stuck looking for words. We're going to get it together. Hold on. Let me get some water. Let's get some water. Oh, yeah. As we get into this, I needed some water, y'all. As we get into this. Whew. 10 of Swords. Everybody be like, oh, I'll be like, rebuilding. This card is possibly the worst in the deck. It is a card of ruin, betrayal, and things which we cannot recover from. The only good thing with this card is that after losing everything, you have nothing left to lose. Whether you have the power to regain anything remains to be seen. The ORISHA traditions in the diaspora exist because of the Atlantic slave trade. The people who introduced the ORISHA to the Caribbean and Americas were brought by force. Whatever lives they had prior were gone, and many of these people did not survive the trip to even have the hope of starting again. The legacy of these events continues to play out in the news on a regular basis. The cost of colonialism to people of color and indigenous peoples is beyond counting, robbing them of their history, their lives, and the present and future they might have had. Listen. So divining. This card says that a deep betrayal is happening that might cost a person everything, though the common imagery of this card shows a figure that has been stabbed in the back. People usually know their enemies. Sometimes this is a part of themselves that cannot help but ruin things. Other times it is a person who has had bad behavior. Bad behavior is excused until it is too late. The ruin experienced is never a random occurrence. That energy is found in the tower. Tragedy, loss of everything through betrayal, obstacles brought about in a person's life by the legacy of colonialism, violence and death, accidents, or fighting. So solutions. Do not get into a physical fight. Watch your back. Do not give people a second chance, and do not let your vices ruin your life. Yep. I'm minding my business. This is my business too. I mean, it's telling me all the business. 9 of Wands. I told you I ain't here to divine. The 9 of Wands. I ain't here to divine. I'm here to try to get this card in this paper clip as it spins itself around for all time. And bothers me. It just bothers me. It's like, I'm going to have to readjust that a little bit. So the Nine of Wands. Strength and indomitable will are found in this card. Did y'all know that word? Indomitable? Like you cannot dominate. Indomitable. I'm going to have to use that word. Indomitable will are found in this card. It says the person is capable of anything and is often the most capable one in the room. Yet the person here may rely too much on their strength until it is gone. If this happens, they may lose everything and fall into despair. Yemaya is often associated with being a loving mother energy among the ORISHA. However, she has many paths or avatars that determine her nature, like many ORISHA. Here we meet Yemaya Ibu Okutu, or Okoto, sorry. She swims in the depths, and when sailors get lost, she pulls them down to the bottom of the sea to their fate. It is said by some that she swims with a knife in her teeth. With this card, we find people who have a strength others find intimidating. Their focus, determination, and power set them apart from those around them. If they have learned compassion, they can be tremendous leaders. If not, it is likely everyone fears them and seeks to avoid their attention by giving them what they want. Trying to call folk bullies. I ain't say nothing. So divining, the proper use of strength is complicated matter. In some environments, exhibitions of might and ferocity are entirely appropriated, but in others are acts of control and abuse. Ultimately, this card suggests the person is more capable than those around them. Whether they have learned to use this well won't even deter their success. It will explain how others feel about them. Success over all obstacles, promotions and advancement, winning another's heart, being surrounded by those who are not as skilled as you are. Solutions: be compassionate. Do not use force on any level. Lead by example. Make an offering at the sea. All right. Like to hear to go, the very first one. And this is the one signed by the creator of this deck. This is the Ace of Wands. Oh boy. The Ace of Wands. How many wands? The Ace of Wands in the beginning of things. Yeah, let's say that again. The Ace of Wands in the beginning of things. It is the spark that sets things in motion. It is the will that gives us the strength to begin walking our path. Fire can be the spark of lightning, which burns down the forest and brings new growth from what remains. Or it can be the lightning of the stove, which we sustain ourselves. There we go. In the beginning of creation, the world was a burning rock floating in space. Because it was too close to the sun, it was unable to cool enough to allow life to form on its surface. So Shango used his axe and magic to move the planet to its current orbit. In time, the earth cooled, water formed, and life came about. In making a life for ourselves, it can take a heroic effort to bring ourselves to our proper orbit. One that is neither too hot or cold. I don't know why. Every time I always stumble over these cards. Divining. This card highlights the need for the person to go start something with clarity and commitment. We cannot know the full detail of the journey ahead, but we must set the process of creation in motion. There has likely been a lot of chaos leading up to this point that needs to be left behind. Spirit has given a clear direction. Start working on it. You still have energy and time if you begin now. You feel where you are called to serve, but your ego holds you back. Do not burn things down just as they are beginning. Solutions. Anything inauthentic needs to go. Put your faith in spirit. And like I said, this person right here signed the card. So they said it's customary for a tarot creator to sign one of their cards, and this was the one that he decided to sign. So yes, that is the end. Y'all, that's it. That's it. The overall message was the Knight of Cups. That was your overall message. So just in case you wanted to see with the overall, that was the overall. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I'm out.